Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. How to make Sundubu-jjigae, a spicy Korean stew that warms the soul. If you've ever craved a dish that's as comforting as it is bold, Sundubu-jjigae might be just what you're looking for. This beloved Korean stew, known for its rich, spicy broth and soft tofu, has deep roots in Korean cuisine. Traditionally enjoyed during cold seasons, it brings warmth and flavor to every bite. Over the years, it's gained global recognition, finding a spot on menus far beyond Korea. Whether you love spicy food or simply want to explore a new cultural classic, Sundubu-jjigae promises an unforgettable experience for your taste buds. The history and cultural significance of Sundubu-jjigae. Sundubu-jjigae, a hearty and flavorful soft tofu stew, holds a special place in Korean cuisine. Its combination of rich broth, tender tofu, and vibrant spices represents more than just a meal. It's a cultural icon that brings warmth to the table. To understand the significance of Sundubu-jjigae, it's worth looking into how tofu became a staple in Korean cooking and its unique contribution to traditional dishes. Origins of tofu in Korean cuisine. Tofu's story in Korea begins centuries ago but didn't originate there. It was first introduced from China, where it's believed to have been created during the Han Dynasty, around 2,000 years ago. Korean adoption of tofu likely followed sometime during the Unified Silla period, 7th–10th century, through cultural exchange with neighboring countries. While tofu spread to Korea thanks to Buddhism's influence, it wasn't just monks or vegetarians eating it. It transcended social classes and became a vital protein source. In early Korean cuisine, tofu was prized for its versatility. It could be fried, steamed, or boiled and paired well with everything from vegetables to meat. Its mild flavor made it a perfect ingredient to take on the seasoning of a dish, whether that was soy sauce, fermented bean pastes, or chili powder. What makes tofu so important in Sundubu-jjigae is the use of unpressed, silken tofu, sundubu. This version is softer and creamier than regular tofu, giving the dish its signature texture. Today, sundubu is viewed not just as an ingredient but as the star of the stew itself. Without it, Sundubu-jjigae wouldn't have the comforting, melt-in-your-mouth sensation that so many people love. Key ingredients and their importance. Sundubu-jjigae's magic lies in its well-balanced combination of ingredients, each playing a unique role in creating the dish's unforgettable flavors and textures. While the soft tofu is the heart of this dish, other components like chili seasonings, proteins, and add-ons contribute to its rich depth and versatility. Let's explore these essential ingredients below. Soft tofu, sundubu. Soft tofu, or sundubu, is the soul of this stew. Unlike firm tofu, sundubu is delicate, airy, and creamy. Its texture almost resembles a custard, melting effortlessly into the spicy broth with every bite. This silky tofu not only adds a comforting mouthfeel but also balances the dish's bold flavors with its subtle, clean taste. When cooked, it absorbs the rich broth, acting like a sponge and delivering flavor in every spoonful. It also makes Sundubu-jjigae approachable for people who might find spicy dishes overwhelming by offering a contrast. Without sundubu, the dish wouldn't have the same comforting charm it's famous for. Gochugaru and Gochujang. Two key flavor powerhouses in Sundubu-jjigae are Gochugaru, Korean chili flakes, and Gochujang, Korean chili paste. These ingredients are the backbone of the stew's bold, spicy sweet flavor profile. Gochugaru adds a smoky, slightly fruity heat to the broth. Its unique flavor sets Korean spice apart from other cuisines. This ingredient also delivers the vibrant red hue that makes Sundubu-jjigae visually stunning. Gochujang, on the other hand, deepens the umami factor. This fermented chili paste brings sweetness, tang, and a bit of funk to round out the spice. Together, These chili-based ingredients create a base that's vibrant, earthy, and irresistibly bold. They're the reason Sundubu-jjigae feels so comforting yet exciting with every bite. Proteins and add-ons. One of the best things about Sundubu-jjigae is its flexibility. While tofu always takes center stage, adding proteins and optional extras allows you to customize the dish to your tastes. Here are some popular add-ons. Seafood, shrimp, clams, mussels, or squid add a touch of brininess and enrich the broth with a natural sweetness. Meat, thinly sliced pork belly, beef, or ground pork builds a savory, hearty base, perfect for meat lovers. Egg, breaking a raw egg into the bubbling stew is a classic move. The heat gently cooks the egg, and its richness enhances the broth. These proteins not only bring additional flavors but also make the dish satisfying and well-rounded. Whether you want the sweetness of seafood or the depth of red meat, each addition brings something unique to the table. Plus, you can mix and match to suit your mood or ingredients on hand. By combining these key elements, soft tofu, chili seasonings, and optional proteins, you get a dish that's not just delicious but endlessly adaptable. Each ingredient plays its part, ensuring Sundubu-jjigae delivers warmth, flavor, and satisfaction every time. How to make authentic Sundubu-jjigae at home. Making Sundubu-jjigae at home might seem intimidating, but it's surprisingly simple with the right techniques and ingredients. You don't need years of kitchen experience to nail this dish, just some attention to detail and a clear understanding of common do's and don'ts. Below, we'll break it down into easy-to-follow steps, from essential techniques to substitutions for those hard-to-find ingredients. Let's turn your kitchen into a cozy Korean haven. Essential cooking techniques. To make an authentic Sundubu-jjigae, mastering a few simple techniques is essential. Each step helps build the bold, comforting flavors the dish is known for. Here are the key methods you'll need. Sauté the aromatics. Start by heating your pot on medium-high heat and sautéing garlic, onion, and Gochugaru, Korean chili flakes, in a splash of sesame oil. This step releases their flavors and creates the foundation for the stew. Be careful not to burn the Gochugaru, it should toast gently to bring out its smoky aroma. Simmer the broth. Once the aromatics are ready, it's time to add your broth. Whether you're using anchovy stock, chicken stock, or even water as a base, bring it to a gentle simmer after adding your proteins, like seafood or sliced meat. Let the flavors mingle, stirring occasionally. The simmering process ensures the broth becomes deeply flavorful without muddying the ingredients. Handle soft tofu properly. Soft tofu, or sundubu, can be fragile, so it's best to handle it gently. Use a spoon to scoop chunks directly into the pot. No need for perfect cuts, its irregular, rustic look is part of the charm. Stir the pot lightly to avoid breaking the tofu completely, letting it absorb the broth's flavors as it cooks. By the time you're done, it should be creamy yet intact. Add the egg at the end. For an extra layer of richness, crack a raw egg into the bubbling stew just before serving. Let it sit for a few moments to gently poach. The result? A silky texture that elevates every bite. When you follow these techniques, you're setting yourself up for a Sundubu-jjigae that's both authentic and irresistibly delicious. Common mistakes to avoid. Even for seasoned cooks, it's easy to stumble when making Sundubu-jjigae for the first time. Here are some common errors and how to dodge them. Overloading the chili ingredients. It's tempting to add extra Gochugaru or Gochujang for more spice, but beware, it can overpower the dish. Stick to the recommended amounts, and adjust slowly if needed. Balance is key. Skipping the broth base. Using plain water instead of broth is a mistake that can leave your stew tasting flat. If you don't have anchovy stock, substitute with chicken or vegetable stock for a flavorful alternative. Breaking the tofu completely. Stirring too vigorously or cutting tofu into small pieces can lead to a mushy texture. Always add the tofu last and stir carefully to keep it intact. Burning the aromatics. Gochugaru can easily burn if cooked at too high of a heat, leaving a bitter taste in your dish. Keep the heat at medium and stir continuously when toasting the aromatics. Not tasting as you go. Flavors can vary depending on the ingredients you use. Don't forget to taste and adjust seasoning, especially with salt, soy sauce, or even a pinch of sugar to balance the heat. By watching out for these mistakes, you'll avoid frustration and end up with a restaurant-quality dish at home. Suggested substitutes for hard-to-find ingredients. Not everyone lives near a Korean grocery store, but that shouldn't stop you from enjoying Sundubu-jjigae. With a few smart substitutes, you can make a flavorful stew using what's available in your area. Gochugaru, Korean chili flakes. If Gochugaru isn't available, crushed red pepper flakes can be a decent replacement. Use sparingly, as they're spicier and lack Gochugaru's smoky sweetness. For a closer match, mix red pepper flakes with a pinch of paprika. Gochujang, Korean chili paste. Replace gochujang with a mix of red miso paste and a bit of sriracha or cayenne pepper. The miso provides umami, while the spice mimics gochujang's heat. Add a little honey to replicate its subtle sweetness. Sundubu, soft tofu. While nothing matches Sundubu's silkiness, silken tofu from any grocery store works well in its place. Make sure to choose unpressed tofu labeled as silken or soft to mimic the texture. Anchovy broth. If you can't find dried anchovies, use chicken stock or seafood stock instead. Adding a splash of fish sauce to the broth can bring the oceanic depth anchovy stock would provide. Sesame oil. While sesame oil is common in most stores, a light drizzle of olive oil can serve as an alternative if needed. It won't have the same nutty aroma, but it'll deliver enough richness. Cooking Sundubu-jjigae at home doesn't have to mean hunting for obscure ingredients. With these substitutes, you can recreate its signature flavor with pantry staples or items from your local market. By mastering these techniques, avoiding common pitfalls, and knowing how to adapt ingredients, you're well on your way to making Sundubu-jjigae that rivals your favorite Korean restaurant. Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos.